I get asked all the time, like, what exactly is it that you do? If there was somebody special in my life, I might choose to keep that private for quite a lengthy period of time, because the stories where I go travelling, but whatever it is, I do know that the meaning of life is getting out of bed in the morning and feeling great joy. And I do feel that probably 90% of days, and it hasn't always been that way at all. So well, you lot, it's just you and me at home. So we're going to do a Q&A. How about that? Wait right then. Alexa, pause. In a minute, I'm just going to make myself a cup of coffee because I'm pretty tired today. And you and I are going to have a chinwag. Because I'm home alone, I quite like having a chinwag with you guys, and I get these questions all the time, the same ones over and over. So what I thought I'd do is just sit down and do like a Q&A, lifestyle update type of thing. There's been so much going on, and I'm fully aware I've not been posting very much on either social media or here. Yesterday, which is the day I'm actually filming this today, is a detox day, social media detox day. A bit weird, but quite nice. So yeah, basically, Jasmine and I were sitting watching Megan Grubb, who's a YouTuber that we really, really love. She's absolutely incredible. And she just sits down with a camera and she just sort of says like, oh, I want to talk to you guys. And I feel that as well. I feel like very much, do you like my cup, isn't it cute? I feel very much like I like sitting and chatting with you all. There we go. Now you're probably going to get a slight sneak peek of my new kitchen, which I don't really want you to see because I want you to watch the renovation series, which is coming up and it is going to be edited. But so I'm going to drink my coffee, and I've got this lovely new like stemless wine glasses, aren't they nice? And I'm going to attempt to answer the questions. If you've got any more, leave them in the comments down below and we'll go over them as well. It's a very light-hearted question, and that is, how is Harley doing? So Harley's doing just fine, thank you. Harley is our Shih Tzu, who you very often hear snoring in the background, or sometimes see snoring in the background. He's just sitting down there now. He's doing fine. He's 11-year-old little Shih Tzu, and we got him actually when I was married, and we were going to have some more babies, and it wasn't meant to be. So instead we got Harley, and he's a legend. He's doing fine. He can be very grumpy sometimes, and he does bite, so we have to be really careful. But there you go. Life of Harley. You having a nice time? You having a good life these days? Oh, look at him. I've got to show you him. There you go. That's Harley. Okay, next question. So I get asked all the time, like, what exactly is it that you do? And to put that in one like elevator pitch, which you've probably heard of, is very difficult. I've just changed my title on Instagram to Motivational Life Writer, because I like to write about life, but not in a negative down kind of way. Okay, this bad thing happened, but then you learned this from it and you moved on and you did that from it. So that's kind of really what I say I do, but I do a lot of other things as well. Last year, and I made no secret about this, I'm quite open about it, I invested in a few properties, which has been okay, a little bit nerve-wracking at the moment with everything that's going on, but things are working out okay there, so that's good. That's obviously a long-term thing, and it does take up a lot of time, you'd be surprised. Obviously I've got my YouTube, some other writing platforms that I write and publish my stuff on, that people can come and read it, and then depending on the readership that you get, it's a bit like AdSense on blogging. It depends on the readership that you get paid depending on your audience. So my blogging and obviously anything online that I sort of sell that's merchy stuff or affiliate links, that kind of thing. So I was supposed to be going away 3 times this year with Tui, but that obviously has been postponed. And to be honest with you, I haven't really got any great desires to go travelling at the moment. And I think I'm not judging anyone that decides to do that. That's completely up to you. And I mean, I do miss it. But I think when I go travelling, I like to feel the freedom and walk up and down the shoreline. I am supposedly in the high risk category as well. I did have that letter through from the NHS to say that if I was to get, I'm not going to say that word, then I would be very much in danger of getting particularly unwell. So the travel thing is really still my biggest audience, and part of me wants to sort of say I'm a travel writer, which I sort of am, but I like writing the stories. So the stories where I go travelling, they're sort of like, I don't know, to write them in a narrative is quite sort of cutesy, you know? I quite like that. I get asked a lot about my personal life. Some of them are odd comments that really don't need any response and just need deleting. But that's okay, still a compliment. Somebody still reached out and thought they wanted to send me a message. Am I married? No, is the question. I do get asked this quite a lot. So I was married, I've been divorced a long time, I've lived on my own for a long time, I say on my own, obviously got the children here. The ring finger is still empty. If there was somebody special in my life, I might choose to keep that private for quite a lengthy period of time, because I think that I don't know, it's quite nice to sort of bring somebody to you guys knowing with confidence as much as you can that, you know, it's something that's going to have longevity to it and that, you know, you guys are going to be okay. What can I say? Well, just watch this space. Look, if something happens and I feel it's the right time to share with you, then I will. Otherwise, then you can just keep guessing. But no, I'm not married and I've been on my own quite a long time, and I do get asked as well, like, how is that? And to be honest, I think you get used to it. I've been on my own. I've lived on my own now for, oh my gosh, I've lived on my own for like 9 years now, which is a long time, and you do get used to it. And a big part of me had thought, this is how it's going to stay. Maybe I'll open that up, maybe not. Let's just see. I also get asked quite a lot about my studies. Now, I did my bachelor's degree, my undergraduate degree, in the twins were 13, so that was 7 years ago I started that, and I've completed that, and that was in science. So yep, microbiology, virology, all this stuff that's going on at the minute with the world, that was kind of like my degree. It was human nutrition, and we spoke about chronic disease and stuff like that quite a lot. So I loved that, and I still really like to help people do that, but it takes, that in itself is a full-time job, so I dabble in that from time to time. I do still do allergy testing as well, food allergy testing, not with the hair sample things. Don't go down that route, guys. You need your blood drawn. Yeah, so I did that, and then because I wanted to be a nutrition writer, it's always been this writer thing. That's a postgraduate, a master's degree in creative non-fiction writing, which is really interesting. So I could write my Crohn's disease story, for example, in a narrative fashion. So you'd read it as a story, and within that would be lots of tips and tricks and things that I did and didn't do. And people have said to me about making a renovation project book. I don't want to sort of say to people, oh, this is how you do it, because I mean, I don't really know, but I could write a narrative to sort of the thoughts and feelings. That's the sort of thing that I really like. Same with their COVID book. Like when the COVID book went out, I joked about it being a bestseller. I didn't really think it was going to be a bestseller, but it was, and I'm so humbled about that. Now, I have carried on the story. In fact, I might update that quickly today, because life is feeling quite different now to how it was in full lockdown, and I just think the personal journey that people go on is, I don't know, it's an interesting one. Yeah, watch this space for that. I really am, my dream is about selling the books and getting out there, doing a book tour, promoting them. Jasmine and I are going to do a bit of a collaboration together where we are going to speak to a couple of brands about possibly going and doing something, which means I will be able to tie that in with that if we do that. So that'd be really interesting. So I can't say too much about that at the minute. It's all a little bit cloak and dagger, but let's see, and I will keep you posted. I was meant to be telling you about my studies, and am I going to continue my studies? So the next step for me would be to do a PhD, and it is definitely a never say never situation, but I do want to make sure, because I got really quite unwell while I was doing my undergrad, so I need to make sure that it's the right degree, the right university, the right set of circumstances, etc. But I do feel it's a weird time in my life now, because I don't know what you call it. A lot of people still ask about mum, and I don't really like to talk about it too much, but I'm considering actually interviewing her for YouTube to make a story from it. Obviously that you guys know how she's doing, because she's got this dementia label and she's completely fine. She's just the same mum that she ever was. Nothing really has changed. So it's a difficult one to say, yeah, she's got like dementia as people would recognise normal dementia. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, so I care for mum. And then obviously I've got the children. I say the children, the twins are 20 now. So obviously there's going to be a time when they're going to grow and fly the nest. And I'm just a little bit like, what does my future look like? I don't actually know right now. I know it's been such a pickle, it's all the new smells. I know where I'd like it to go, and I also know what I ideally would like to, how I would ideally like to see my future. But whatever it is, I do know that the meaning of life is getting out of bed in the morning and feeling great joy. And I do feel that probably 90% of days, and it hasn't always been that way at all. So I do feel very, very lucky. I've been asked about the renovation series. Now there's going to be a full series coming up. Everything has been vlogged. It's all been downloaded and logged in. It just needs editing. I got to the stage where it was a little bit overwhelming, and I really had to stop something, because to try and do my usual work and my usual writing, as well as keeping all this work going on within the house and still spending time with my family and still looking after my health, you know, all these things that are really important to me, I couldn't do it all. So I've done it, I've kept it and parked it. It's the same with I've got so many notes on my phone. Some of them are voice recordings and all of that. And talking of which, have you seen my podcasts? The links are down there, go and have a listen. So yeah, basically it is there. The full renovation series is coming, and I'm going to be completely transparent about the costs as well, because I thought that would be quite a good thing for people to know about contingency funds and all that sort of thing. So that will be coming up too. Now, one thing I do want to quickly say on this sort of life update thing, I think about, you know, do people want to know about my skincare routine and stuff like that? It's not really what I do. I've done some, he wants to go out now. I've done some on this channel, and I've done some sort of hair stuff, which has been really successful. But I don't feel it's really the best of what I can give you. Like, mine's more now about, and I suppose because I'm an older YouTuber, I don't really like using that terminology, but you probably know what I mean. Like, I'm not, mind you, even the ones who were young are now 30, so 30 something. So I don't really, that's more for Jasmine's channel. So the skincare and the makeup and things, I just don't feel that I can give you my best. I can talk more about health, nutrition, life and living your best life, and how to get from here to here in the most easy way possible, and how to live your dreams and stuff. That's more what I'm about. So that's why I decided to call it A Lusher Life, because it kind of is a play on my name, and it sort of makes sense. Does that make sense to you? Yeah, I just wanted to sit down and have a chat with you really, and answer some of these questions that I get asked all the time. So like I say, leave some more down there. Either we'll do another video or just answer them in the comments section. People always want to know about my health as well, because you may have been here, you may not. I had pneumonia at the beginning of the COVID outbreak. Whether it was that or whether it was just pneumonia, I was very unwell. And I also had pleurisy with a really bad pain in my ribs for, it was an 8 out of 10 pain for quite a lot of weeks, and it was very difficult. I'm slightly coughing still in the morning, but generally so much better than I was. So what does the future hold for me? To be honest, I'm going to get my house straight again. I'm going to start editing the videos. I'm really, really not looking forward to winter. I've never felt like this before. I feel as though, like, because I've been so busy throughout all of this, I feel like I've missed the summer. I've not really been outside. This tan is fake tan, and you're just going to have to wait a minute. And I just feel like I want to start going out. When this is all done, I'd like to do my work sort of for the majority of the day, and then maybe finish at 3-4 o'clock, and then go out and go walking or go to the beach or stuff like that. And it's not going to be able to happen because, you know, winter's setting in, and I just don't want it. I don't really feel like I want Christmas, for some other personal reasons as well. I just am very negative about that. I feel really like it's a difficult one for me to get over. I mean, I think my mental health's been pretty good in lockdown. I have had moments, as everybody has, I know, when you just feel like, ugh. And also as well, the thing that Megan spoke about on her video was about, well, I'm going to label it imposter syndrome. She just sort of said, sometimes she's sitting there talking to the camera and thinking, do people really want to watch this now? I mean, sometimes I'll only get 40 people watch my videos, but I think if one person gets something out of that, then, you know, that's brilliant. And she has hundreds of thousands of people watching hers, and I just think, you know, and she's so lovely, she's so easy to watch, and when you see she's uploaded, you're like, yeah, we've got something there to watch. It's really nice. So I'm filming as well a week in the life this week, and I don't know if I told you, wait a minute, because I thought you might quite like to see what my life looks like in a normal week, which there is never one, my life isn't very scheduled or very, I start work at this time and I finish work at that time, and on such and such a night I'll do this. So really, in a nutshell, I kind of guess that's probably me. So my health is doing okay. My Crohn's isn't too bad. I do have a slight issue, which I've got to go and get checked out on the 25th, and I'm hoping that they're not going to say they want to whip me and do some surgery, because that's always a bit pants. But yeah, so I've got Crohn's and AS, which is ankylosing spondylitis, and they're kind of all like merged in. I have got an issue with can you see my little finger here has been playing me up, and it's been very painful with all of these works that have been going on, and I've been struggling, and I know that sounds quite comical, it's just my little finger, but it's no fun. So I think there's a bit of inflammation going on in my body, and I really need to sort out my diet and get a bit more on it again. But now we've got the protein stuff back in the kitchen, and I've got some like collagen drinks and some super duper protein superfood drinks and things. I can start to like really crank it up again with my health. Where's my next trip going to be? I have no idea. I don't have any planned whatsoever. Oh, I'll tell you what, I will ask you quickly. If you're this far into the video, I'm going to start to do some cooking videos again. Now, I have fired up my nutrition channel again. I took a load of videos off there and put them over here. A lot of people have asked me for some nutrition information as well as doing some cooking videos, and I might just put them on here. I'm not too sure if that's something that you'd want to see or you wouldn't want to see. But to be honest, the audience is always travel, and I've got so much that I can talk about, and even going on UK breaks is an amazing thing. So the stuff I've got coming up, I've got my Bosnia and Herzegovina videos to edit, and I have downloaded those all ready to go, but I did want to release a book at the same time. So let's wait and see. I'm going to do some more UK stuff, and then I'm going to do some best ofs. So for example, I've spent a lot of time in Mallorca, so I'm going to get the clips and put them together and talk you through the best things when you go to Mallorca, what you should go and see and do, and our best bits of Mexico when we went out there. So, you know, things like that. So it's going to be quite good, quite an interesting eclectic mix coming up on the channel, and I'm hoping to start editing those really no later than October is my plan. And as well as doing that, I'm going to be doing the book and getting that out there as well for you, because the one that, in case you haven't bought it, the links are down there, and it's called How It Made Us Feel. There's another title bit to it. I'm not going to write that in there, but it's to do with what's going on right now. And my story within that is called No Rain, No Flowers, and it takes up half the book. Now, I've carried on to make it a full book standalone on its own called No Rain, No Flowers, and it's all about thoughts, feelings, what I did, where I went, how I was feeling, how I got through each day, like a journal type of thing. I do like these diary ofs, like they're totally my thing, the fly on the wall stuff. So if you're still watching this far in, oh my goodness, I've got some tea splashes already on my kitchen cupboards. If you're watching this far in, please hashtag below loyal. Why not? Because you are loyal and very precious to me, and I really appreciate you sitting here while I'm home alone. It's really weird because obviously the twins now are that much more grown up, and they're often doing their own things, and do you know what I mean? And it's lovely. I'm really blessed to see that, because I can remember going through some real anxious times when they were one, and I was thinking, what if I don't live to see them grow up? And it was a real fear of mine, and it gave me, quite a lot of anxiety. But now I've seen them grow up, they're 20, and you know, everything's kind of settled in their lives and sorted, and just brilliant really. So feeling very blessed about that. Okay, so I'm going to bid you farewell, and thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, because of all them bits and pieces that are going to be coming. And next week you'll see my week in the life vlog, which will be very interesting. So yeah, you take care, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.